Dave Chaffee versus Ermes Gasparini, the biggest match of East versus West 5, the most important match. And wow, what a performance that was from both of the athletes. Round 1 started, they slipped and went to the straps. Ermes Gasparini gained hand control, but he gained it very near to the pad. They almost took him to the pad. Maybe it was a couple of inches above the pad. Ermes Gasparini got hand control and he immediately brought Dave back to the center with just a couple of surges. Without wasting any time whatsoever, Ermes Gasparini tried to do another surge sideways and immediately get behind his shoulder to press. Then Dave's side pressure was way too much. Ermes Gasparini's elbow in this position was sliding off the back of the pad to the side of the pad, and it was an elbow foul. So when the round started once again, Ermes Gasparini once again was taken very near to the pad by Dave Chaffee, but his hand control was intact. And as I said earlier, you cannot beat Dave Chaffee. You cannot beat Ermes Gasparini if you have not taken his wrist. Ermes had the hand control. He brought Dave back once again, and this time he got behind his shoulder in a good position. His elbow was planted on the table, on the pad, and he pressed him to the pad. Second round started once again. Good hand control this time by Dave Chaffee. Good slip for him. And after that, the restart happened in the straps. And inside the straps, Dave Chaffee and Ermes Gasparini, both of them were absolutely making a mockery of the rule system. They were going 2 seconds before the go in the referee's grip. Dave wanted the strap to be resetted, but Ermes said, no, you cannot reset it. You have to come back. It is a referee's grip. And it kind of backfired on Ermes Gasparini. And now I'm seeing him. He's wearing the helmet on his hand and shield on his head. So when the second round started, in that round, Dave pinned him. It didn't look like a pin. His hand touched from here, but the rule says that your wrist and above should be below or parallel to the pin pad. So they gave him the pin. Both of them went 2 seconds before the go. It was not a pin. The referees rechecked the footage. Engin also rechecked the footage, and the call was reversed. The round started once again. Again, Dave Chaffee took him closer to the pad, but with a single surge this time. Ermes brought him back to the center and then got behind his shoulder and then pressed Dave Chaffee to the pad. 2-0 for Ermes Gasparini. Round 3 started, and this time Devon was giving some instructions to Dave Chaffee. I don't know what that was, but when the round restarted, this time Dave had better hand control. Like, none of them had hand control. Ermes was slightly pronated, but he didn't have his wrist cupped. So Dave took him almost to the pad, like literally almost to the pad. Ermes brought him back. He brought him back to the center with a couple of surges, and Ermes was losing his own wrist. He dumped it, and immediately I was surprised how fast that flop press was. Ermes gave his wrist, and it took him like half of a second to flash pin Dave to the side, but Dave slid his elbow off the back of the pad just like Devon did against Matt Mask, at least 3-4 inches, and he got the restart. Ermes was mad. He was shouting at the referees winner. He was announcing winner just like Jerry, but that was not the win for him. But then the round restarted. Again, he was taken very near to the pad, less than an inch from the pad. But this time, again, with a single surge, he brought him back. And this time he gave his wrist again, once again, intentionally gave his wrist. And the flop press were working like a charm. Like, I was amazed at how fast Dave's arm went to the pad, even after he did elbow fouls in both of those rounds. And Ermes Gasparini won this round. So it was amazing. The energy that Ermes Gasparini showed in this match, the amount of effort he put into this, he thought that he just cannot afford to lose. It was the most important match in his career because he's going to face Levan Saginashvili now in February in King of the Table. So Ermes Gasparini, the top G, you deserve this win. You have proved that you are probably the #2 arm wrestler in the world. Before that, Ermes had never defeated anyone in the top 10 except for Prudnik. Now he has a win over Dave Chaffee. Beating Dave in the first couple of rounds is a big deal. Ermes is your #2 arm wrestler in the world. So after winning the match, Ermes Gasparini calls out Levan Saginashvili. He literally searched for him in the crowd, and he said that he wants to try next year. From this performance, it looks difficult for him, but he has to give it a shot. He is the closest possibility to having a shot against Levan Saginashvili. Thank you very much for watching. Like the video and subscribe to the channel.